Hi everybody, I'll be back in front of the camera in just a minute, but Chris and I are just leaving our lunch destination, which was Outback today. We're soup and salad, but I wanted to show you that things are really starting to come into bloom here. Those are Bradford pear trees right there, and further on down there, which you can't see, are some cherry trees, but I may be able to show you. We're taking a left here. Y'all have heard about the cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C. Well, we have them here too at the same time. So I'll be back in just a second and see if we can take you past some blooming trees here. It is a beautiful day in here in Virginia. It is a little chilly, but it is so pretty. You can see the cherry trees. Those are the cherry trees right there. See that? Aren't they pretty? Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. They're so pretty. Okie dokie, everybody. I thought you guys might be interested to see this. This is our old neighborhood where we lived before we moved into the home we live in now. And you can see that big cherry tree right down there. That was our house there, the cream one to the left. And look how big and beautiful that cherry tree is. But that was our old house right there with the big, pretty cherry tree in the front yard. But we have a lot of flowering trees. Oh, that Bradford, my goodness. And now I'll see you back. Talk about some Bradford pears. Check it out. Wow. Okay, here we are pulling in. We have a Bradford pear right at the end of our driveway here. And we have a pileated, oops, I can't find it right now. Oh, where is it? A pileated woodpecker who is building a nest.
Did build a nest right there.
Did build a nest. Which one? I can't see. There. Of course, now you can see is my finger. Right there. And you can see the droppings on the driveway. He has been working, or she, I guess, really, she has been working on that for a week or so.
Probably about 4 months.
4 months?
Yes,
has she? Since the fall, Chris says. She's been working on that.
Well, he has.
One of them, whatever. We have a bunch of them. Now, the pileated woodpecker, if I can find a picture, I'll put it here, are your bigger woodpeckers. They are gorgeous. And we have had several of them. They keep knocking on the gutters too. They're driving me crazy. Every morning it goes, they got somebody tapping on the gutters. Now I'm gonna walk you out back and show you a couple of little flowering trees that we've got going on. Little is the operative word. Remember, we've not been here for very long. They're only 1 or 2 years old. Okay, here we go, out onto our patio here. This is a camellia, and it is just starting to bloom. Beautiful, beautiful pink blooms here. And this thing gets huge. Chris has pruned it down many times. And we just got new patio furniture. These 2 chairs and the couch and this table. Oh, look at that bloom. Chris is pointing this out. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness. We'll keep an eye on this week, you guys, as we go through our week here. But we got new patio furniture. That stuff, we can't find cushions for it. So I'm not sure if we'll be giving that away. This is our gardenia right here. As I told you, Chris has a green thumb like no other. So then we have a couple of cherry trees too. We have a weeping cherry over there. And then we have, well, let's walk over to it, huh? I'll just show you this up close here. Isn't this pretty? Look how crooked. It's gonna be a pretty tree. And then the weeping cherry over here. As I said, Chris said they're only 1 or 2 years old. Sorry for the wind. This is our side yard. We had a whole herd of deer laying right in here the other morning, really early. We have have a split rail fence, and then we have chain link inside of it, and that's how we kept the dogs in. And we used to have a fence that split the yard in two to keep the smaller part of keep the dogs in the smaller part of the yard, but we don't have of our house. And yeah. All right, now I'm gonna go, like I said, down into the basement and get myself set up down there, and we're gonna go through some Patriotic bins quickly, I think. I don't think it'll take me very long. And then I have a couple of questions. And I actually have a haul from Behr. I went to a outlet. I didn't go, I went to it online. They were having a big sale. So I'll show you what I got. All right. Hi everyone, Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And we've already been up to a bunch, haven't we? Took you for a little ride, took you for a walk out back. So, when I am finished my Patriotic here, I think I will walk you from Christmas over here and show you how we've organize things. This will finish up the basement, my part of doing the basement that I'm going to do on camera anyway. There is another part where there's furniture that we've had for years and other things that we need to make decisions about on the other side of the basement. So, but for my decor, this is going to finish up the basement portion of my purging and reorganizing project. I still have the garage to do. I've already gotten rid of a bunch of stuff in the garage. I've also brought some stuff down from the garage and put it in my primitive country bins. So that will free up space outside for me. And I have, for now, I am keeping my primitive country bins. I've got 3 of them, I believe, and a half, kind of 3 and a half. And that is, I have a good bit of primitive country that I brought from the other house. That's how I used to decorate all the time over there. And then I did decorate like that here for the first few years that we lived in the house. And my decorating has changed and evolved throughout the years since we've been in here. So anyway, what else do I have to show you? I'm going to start out this video right now before we get into the purging and whatnot, going through the Patriotic. I got a gift in the mail from one very dear subby of mine named Arlynn, who I have been emailing with and conversing with and talking with through comments for quite a while now. So that's why she had my address. So I am going to show you what she got me. And she's had it sent here straight from QVC. She had it sent here straight from QVC. And she got me something from Jim Shore. Check it out. Oh my goodness, look at that. So I wanted to open it here. I mean, I got it open that far, but I wanted to open it the rest of the way here on camera. Thank you so much, Arlynn. I know I'm going to love this, and I will go and put it upstairs. I think probably in my hutch, my dining room hutch. Uh-oh. Look at this, you guys. Look how beautiful. Oh, that is stunning. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful that is. Jim Shore. Oh, Arlynn, I love it. Look at it's got a lily on that side, and it's got a dove on this side. Look at that. Look at the purple for Jesus's purple shroud. How beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Arlynn. I appreciate it so very much. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Mwah. Love it and love you, girlfriend. Well, that is going to sit right there, and I'm going to take it right upstairs when I'm done here. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much again, Arlynn. It's so pretty. All right. First of all, I want to look at me. My hair is getting to the point where it needs to be done again. Can you tell? It's so windy out today too. So I'm a little windblown. But I wanted to thank you so much for all of your comments the other day from Friday's video. Y'all read me really, really, really right. I was feeling quite down, quite attacked, and quite, I kind of had the wind knocked out of my sails, you know? And I appreciate every single uplifting word. And we're not going to go back there anymore. We're not going to go there anymore. I said it. Yes, that was in the past. We're going to move forward. I'm going to haul that suitcase right there next. I'm going to do that next. And then we're going to get into our purging, and then we're going to move on. But from now on, I'm not going to worry about if I haul something or if I show something or if, you know, I'm just not. I'm not going to, because that is that person's problem who gave me all of that negativity. It's that person's problem. It's not my problem. You know, they have to own it. They have to carry it with them. If they want to carry the burden of me, whateverness, you know, and their hate for me, if they want to carry that around with them, I feel sorry for them and I will pray for them. I honest to goodness will, because it's not good for a person's well-being to carry around that much anger and ugliness. You know, it can't be good. So I'm letting it go and I'm moving forward and I'm not going to look back. All right. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and all of your sweetness. And you guys are the best. You guys are the best of the best of the best of the best. You are. All right. You can see that little suitcase back there. Actually, it's a 27-inch from Spinner. And it is from Vera Bradley. And I bought it on an outlet. It wasn't necessarily their online outlet like they offer, but it was 30% off. It started out to be $180. No, it's like really expensive, like $300 and some dollars. And then it was already on clearance for $180. And then I got another 30% off. So I used my money. I used my money to buy this that I make here on my YouTube channel. I didn't throw it back into the house. Instead, I threw it into a suitcase. I had a couple of suitcases as we've been purging and stuff. Goodness gracious, we had to get rid of some suitcases because I can't remember the pattern. If I can type it up here, I will. I can't remember what the pattern is called. But this is their 27-inch. There we go. 27-inch spinner. And it is, you can see it's so pretty. Chris even said, he says, wow. He says, I really like this. It's really, really pretty. And it is a spinner. So you can, you know, sit it down and just spin it in a circle. I highly encourage, if we ever get to travel again, those of you who do travel, I highly encourage a spinner. They're so much easier just to set down and put your hand on the top handle there and just push it along. It does, of course, have a telescoping handle in the back. And the inside, I haven't even looked at it to tell you the truth. Looks like it's just black. And it's got a web thing there, a meshy pocket there. Just one, it goes all the way to the bottom. And it doesn't really have any pockets inside the suitcase, but I don't need them because, you know, I use all of my packing cubes and my packing folder and all that stuff, you know. So, but this is, it's lovely. It has a pocket right up here. How do I get into it? Oh, okay, it just has one pocket on the front. Just one pocket on the front. I love it. It is so pretty. And I will really be able to utilize this to go to the beach this summer. And then hopefully on cruises, you know, again, at some point. But I love it. It rolls so easily, you guys. And Vera, I'm telling you, they really do make a wonderful product. Their luggage is super expensive. Pretty expensive. Wow. But their, you know, their suitcases are pretty pricey, but well worth it. They last for years and years. Plus, my backpack will pair beautifully with the colors in this. I didn't get my backpack down here. If I get a picture of it, you'll be able to see that it'll pair beautifully. So anyway, all right, I'm going to save my questions here. I'm going to get started on this, on all of this patriotic stuff. I'm not sure. What I'm really going to be doing is weeding out the burgundy. I really do not want to use the burgundy, even though it is Americana, if you will, to use the burgundy accents. I really want to go to a true red, just like I did with Christmas. I really enjoy having the true reds of Christmas and of like the American flag, like I said. You can see back there behind my head, I have that one. I got that a couple of years ago, the one flag there. That goes above my ivy table, is where I put it the last time in place of the Greatest Thy Faithfulness plate. That's where that goes. So, but that's kind of the color scheme I'm going for, more the true red. Not necessarily chambray blue. I like the navy blue, but that pairs beautifully. So anyway, here is a bin that I have that has a bunch of just toppers, bow toppers. And you can see that this has a burgundy in it. And I'm going to keep this for now because I think I may take this apart and redo it with, where's my ribbon? Yeah, with what ribbon I have, with this ribbon instead of the burgundy ribbon. I think I can manage to do that. So I'm going to keep this because it's beautiful. And I think I might have had this on, I'm not sure where I had it. But anyway, this looks to be about like about a 12 loop funky bow. But I will keep this, but just keeping this with this red in mind. I already went through my ribbon when I went through all my ribbon out in my garage. And this is all of the Patriotic ribbon that I have left. Not a lot. I may need to pick up some more, or I may not. Bobby gave me that. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful red trimmed in silver. I believe Bobby gave me that. Yeah, she did. Isn't that pretty? So, I love this flag ribbon. I absolutely love it. So, anyway, put that back in there. So that, I am definitely going to keep that. Well, here you can see, this I made for my cozy corner. So I will definitely keep this. And there you can see that ribbon made up. Isn't that pretty? And I used Behr garland. And this will just be replaced. I'll replace the squag that I have on there now and just put this in its place. Everything else will remain the same on there. But that's really pretty. Now this, I'm going to get rid of. This is old and decrepit and it's been through many years. I'm not going to keep it. Don't yell at me for getting rid of stuff, you guys. I'm ready to let it go. If I'm ready to let it go, I need to let it go. This isn't bad. It's a funky bow. I think I'll keep that one. It's got the true red in it. And this, ones like these is what I had up at the mantle. So I'll definitely keep that. I think that might have gone just on top of a lantern. I have a star. I'll have to look back on some pictures. I don't know where I used all of these toppers at. This is another bow topper. I've made a lot of bow toppers on camera because you guys asked me to make them. And I love doing things for you guys. You know, so it might seem like I have an excessive amount of bows. And I may. I like to show you guys how to do, you know. That's pretty. I'll keep that. I'm going to let go. This I'm going to let go. It's not in that great a shape. I can see the glue that I used. I'm not even going to, nope, we're not even going there. Get rid of that. Okay. So that about does this little bin, except for some pipberry picks. I'll put them there, and I'm sure I'll come across more florals. So I'm just going to put these bows back in here. I wanted to show you this. That one. This was a gift to me years and years ago. This is even almost right after I started my YouTube channel, and I knew this lady from the Alaska group, from my Facebook group, and she asked if she could send me this. She made it. Isn't that cute? I love it. So this will definitely stay for sure. I think this is what I used outside, actually. Pretty sure. In fact, I know it is. And this is decrepit. This stuff is just it's faded and it's just not in good shape. So I am not going to keep stuff that's not in good shape. I'm just not. It got rained on and it faded. These things faded a little bit. So I'm just not even going to keep it, you guys. I have just some pillows in. Look at this. I love this. And I will take this upstairs. This is beautiful. It just goes around the whole United States. I got this from And That last year or the year before. And it's not a pillow cover. This is a pillow that I bought from And That. And the Redwoods, Grand Canyon, Rocky Mountains, Gate Archway, the Heartland, Washington, D.C., the Big Apple, Cape Cod. I mean, it just covers the whole United States. I absolutely love this. So we'll definitely be keeping that. I think I got this from Kirkland's last year, I believe. So I'll keep that. Now that is not necessarily true red, but it's certainly not a burgundy. So I think I'll keep that. This is a burgundy. And it's going to Goodwill. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm going to think about this one. Not sure. But for now, I'll just put these pillows last year. And I started in on the red last year. Now, I will not get rid of this because this was made for me. And it does have a true enough red in it. But one of you guys made this for me. I love it. It is a fabric garland, so I will keep this. I think I am going to let this bunting go, even though I love it. And actually, I'm not, because if I can't find anything else, I need to see if I can find something to replace that, because that goes on my fireplace. So I was able to get that to work with the true red last year. I'd rather not. I'd rather get a true red bunting, but you can see that I utilized last year, and I'm not going to go through everything. You guys will see it when I get it all out, but you can see there's lots of stars, red, blue, and white. I got this little fella last year from And That, and he is a little bit burgundy, but not to the point where it's like, oh. I even got a glasses holder. So I don't need to go through this because I know all of this is keepers. All of this is going to be kept. Stand for the flag, kneel for the cross. Yes. In fact, let me take my camera down and I'm going to start just get my rolly cart, and we're going to go through these other bins with my rolly cart. How about that? All right. All right. I'll be right back once I get myself situated. Okie dokie. Here we go. And I can tell by looking at this too. I know what this stuff is. These are the bows that go on my mantle. And I'm just not, I know what all this is. It goes into my decor. And I'm not willing to like take all this apart and go through it all right now. So I will be keeping this. I am going to get rid of the Americana looking flags. They're going to go to Goodwill. That will go to Goodwill. This will go to Goodwill. That I can keep. This flower will go to Goodwill. And the rest of this, see all of this, I need to go through this individually, but a lot of that will probably go to Goodwill too. 3-tiered kitchen tray. So I think I'm not going to take up too much more of our time here in this video to go through all of this stuff, because it's just, you know, I have another one of these that I will be using. I got something in there. Is it more boxes? Yes, more boxes. So, and there I have a regular, that is a garland. And so So y'all will see this in the coming months for sure, all of it. These are pillow covers that I'll use on the couch. Aren't they pretty? I just got those last year, so I will definitely be using those. And these are pillow covers. Those are 20 inches and these are 18 inch. Hopefully I have them linked in my Amazon shop. But anyway, you all get the gist of things here. There's another flag. I can use that out on the front porch. That will be put in my window. That guy will stand somewhere. I've got a lot of Patriotic. I have more Patriotic than I thought. So, but all of the burgundy is going to Goodwill. You can see it all in there. It's all going. Bye-bye to the burgundy. All right, I'll be back in just a minute. Okie everybody, I'm back. And I have lost my whole flow here because Stacy, my cousin, just called me and we just had a really nice long talk. So my video, which you probably know this by now, might be going up a little later than usual. But I've been a little discombobulated. I can't remember where I was. I know that I had gone through all my bins and I have my Goodwill bin. At the end of the video, I am going to start over by my Christmas stuff and walk on over here and show you everything on this side that we've done. So don't let me, not that you guys can remind me, but I did pull up my questions here and I do want to answer some questions. Hopefully I have a little bit of time left here that I can answer some questions, huh? Okay, number one is from Lori McGrath. You are so sweet and kind, and even though we've never met, I just love you. I do have a question. I am a wreath creator, and my instructor has told me I need to start a YouTube channel, and I know I do, as it would help my business. I'm just terrified. My question is, how did you get the courage to start and do your very first video? I know who inspired you, as I did hear your story about your dear friend, Liz, who has since passed. But every time I try to start, my fear just overtakes me. I know God isn't the author of fear. No, he's not. And I'm praying for the courage to jump out there, but just thought maybe there was something you did that helped you when you started. Take care, and you be you. No apologies. That's right. I am going to try really hard, Lori. I understand that fear. And even though, as you say, God isn't the author of fear, we're human, and that fear and self-esteem possibly issues and shyness or whatever the case can sneak up on us and hold us from doing what we really want to do. I can tell you really want to start a YouTube channel. And I didn't, if you look back on some of my very first videos, I was haughty and I talked really slow, which I'm not a slow talker in real life. Well, you all know how I am now. I methodically went through every step, which I do still sometimes, but I tend not to be so rigid. I've loosened up a little bit, you know, in the last few years, I would say. I will tell you that before I was on YouTube, I had gotten up in front of people to give speeches before. I spoke in front of our school board. I spoke in front of our board of supervisors here in our county. I was the president of the Band Parents Association, so I got up in front of the band parents and did meetings monthly and, you know, an award ceremony and that kind of thing. So I was kind of used to having people stand and look at me and, you know, in my mind, critique me, because everybody's always critiquing, you know, and trying to have every hair in place and trying not to, you know, to cover up the whateverness that you don't want people to ever comment on, you know, because you don't ever want to get something back that's going to knock you off your game and make you not want to do it, you know. But you really, and all of that is fear. And those old, for me, it was those old demons that came back and went, hey, you can't do this. You're not capable of doing this. But you know what? I knew, and it sounds like you know, that I am right where I'm supposed to be, that this is where I was led to be, and I'm doing what I was meant to do. I really believe that in my heart. And it does sound like that you have a similar belief. So I would say go for it and just take it slow and say a little prayer before you turn on that camera, you know? And you can do it. You can do it. I encourage you. You can do it. You can do it. So hopefully you're going to get in touch with me and tell me, hey, Arlynn, I started my channel. It's this. Give me a shout out. I hope so. Anyway. Okay, I hope that helped you, Lori. And good luck. Good luck. And as you said to me, no apologies. No apologies, right? Just be yourself. Always be yourself. Don't ever put on airs, and always be yourself. Nervousness, of course, is going to come through, but always be yourself as best you can. You know? Okay, number 2 is from Cheryl Ritchie. Arlynn, I have a question for you. My lanterns aren't as big as yours. On the average, they are about 1 foot tall. I'd like to know what length I should cut my ribbon to make my funky bows. I think yours would be too long for mine. Thanks so much for all of your hard work. Good question, Cheryl. I would say it's not the length of the ribbon that you should necessarily worry about. It's more the length of the loop that you make. Like I make my loops at 5.5 to 6 inches usually. Whereas you might want to, if they're 1 foot tall, if they're on the smaller side, you might want to make your loops, say smaller, say 4 inches. Therefore, like if I cut my ribbons at 22 inches and make my loops at 4 inches, now here comes some math, which I'm terrible at, but 4 and 4, when you fold it in half, that gives you 8 inches of the 22. You know, and that's going to give you way too long of a tail. So cut that tail, you know, think about how long you want your tail and think about how long you want your loop to be and then figure it out from there. I would say probably an 18-inch or even 16-inch length of ribbon, fold it in half and make a 4-inch loop. Try it that way and see if that works. But you're going to need to tweak, you know, for each lantern that you do, and do it the way your eye is, where it's pleasing to your eye. You know, don't go by exactly what I say necessarily, but tweak it to be pretty to your eye, you know, and never be afraid to cut your strips too long, because you can always cut down the tails, you know, just so you have the length, some tail and the length of for your loop, but you can always cut the tails down if it's too long. So I would say always err on the side of cutting your ribbons a little bit longer. So I hope that helps, Cheryl. Okay, number 3 from Terry Obermark. Hey, Terry. I have a couple of pens and pencils from my dad's business, that I have sitting out on tables. You had written me a beautiful comment, Terry. Thank you so much. And I did not read the whole thing here. But you kind of ended what you were saying. I have a couple of pens and pencils from my dad's business that I have sitting out on a table in the spare bedroom. I can't help it. And then you say, I have an inane question, I suppose. You said you would do Pioneer Woman differently. What would you have changed? Have a good weekend. Terry, when I did my Pioneer Woman, for one thing, I didn't have a lot of extra funds that I could throw back into the house at that time. We were still trying to figure out retirement, and we were still trying to figure out how much our monthly income was going to be. I wasn't making a lot of money on my channel, and I still don't make a ton of money on my channel. But what I do make, I turn back around into my channel. So what I would probably do is take a paycheck, and I would probably go to Walmart, and I would probably pick up a few more Pioneer Woman, literal Pioneer Woman plates, pitchers, canisters, maybe some more runners or tea towels, although I had, as you saw the other day, I have plenty of those. So I would just have to think about it that way, and I would look for better ribbons. I would take some time and I would look for better ribbons. I would study the towels. I would also pick one of her patterns, I think. Instead of, because when I did the Pioneer Woman before, I did different patterns that she makes, and I put different patterns in each room. I think I would pick one of her patterns, and I would go with that and do it throughout, you know. And I think you guys have seen how I can just use the blue and white throughout, but make it look totally different in another room. Pardon me. in another room, but by incorporating the blue and the white and the, so I think that's how I would do it differently. It was too much of a hodgepodge for my taste, and and it was Pioneer Woman inspired. That's what I called that series, my Pioneer Woman inspired decor. But I was inspired in too many different directions, I feel like, when I did that. And I would want to hone it in a little bit more. I would like to hone it in a little bit closer to giving a more sure nod to the Pioneer Woman. I hope that made sense. Okay, that's all the questions I have, except that I just noticed when I came on that a question I had answered last night, really late. A lady had, or a man, I'm not sure what it is, had put one up on my, or had asked me a question, and I'm really worried that it has disappeared. It's disappeared out of my questions. Now, they could have very well removed it. I'm not sure why they do that, but they could have removed it. But I did want to answer the question in person, just in case that person did remove it and YouTube took it away. And for whatever reason, she didn't see my answer. So I want to be sure to answer. Now, I don't have my answer here, but what I do is I take my questions off and I put them on a sticky. So I have her question here. So I'm going to go ahead and answer this question. So I'm hoping that you see it, Scout FBK. I'm hoping that you see, I'm going to read your question here, and I'm going to go ahead and answer it in person, so you be sure to see the answer, just in case you didn't see the answer, because I cannot find the question. Again, I usually go in and look, and y'all know how I am with my studio. I'm usually pretty diligent, and I just went in there looking for extra questions, and yours is not there. I saw the other ones that I answered, and yours is not there. So I want to be sure that you get the answer. So here it is. This is from, as I said, Scout FBK. This is her first question, first comment ever, or him or her, first comment ever that this person has ever made. I didn't even know that they were subscribed. So first of all, thank you for subscribing. You've been subscribed for a couple of years, so thank you so much. She said, or he or she said, okay, what happened to Jody when she was doing a live that would make @Arlynn's Country Craft Corner not want to do a live? Does anyone know? I'm not sure why she was asking if anyone knows, because I know why I stopped doing my lives. And what I wrote to him or her last night, and what I'll tell you now, is when I would do my lives, I had trolls that would come into my lives. And, at first they would just say kind of off-color things to me. And, I expected that. Not that it was okay for them to do it. It wasn't. But, and it made me feel a little uncomfortable. And I felt like I did my lives every Friday. So I kind of felt like, oh, well, they might know. I don't know whether all of that is true or not. They might know when I'm doing them, so they're going to come on and just pick at me. I have no idea if any of that is true. And I don't mean to say that I'm anybody who would attract anybody's attention, every Friday, other than my subscribers and people who would want to be there, But what happened was that they started attacking the people who were engaged with me in the chats, and kept picking at them and kept wanting them to answer back and kept wanting them to engage in conversation with them. And that made me feel very uncomfortable, because some of the things they were saying were very off color and uncomfortable and inappropriate and rude. And that's one reason why I stopped. I stopped before this thing happened to Jody, but then I'm going to encourage you, if you want to see exactly her explanation about it, Scout FBK, that you go ahead over to her channel and do a search for swatting. She got swatted, I think is what she called it. And I'm not going to go into a big detail explanation about that, because I'm running long, but I did want to just let you know that you can go to her channel and you can look up and search for, I think it's I was swatted or something like that. So I encourage you to go on over there and check it out. So thank you for your question. And I'm sorry it disappeared. And if you took it down, I'm not sure why you would take it down, but whatever. I just wanted to be sure that you got the answer. All right? All right. And that, my dear friends, is that, I think. Other than I did get one just 4 hours ago. I've been working on this video for more than 4 hours. I'm telling you, I've been a mess. Okay, I did get one from Lisa Duncan. Hi, Arlynn, do you still work, and what did you and Chris used to do before retiring? Lisa, I was a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't get paid for what I did. As you heard me refer to a minute ago, I was the band parents president for 7 years, 6 or 7 years. I was the vice president for one and the president for the rest of the time. My girls were 3 years apart, so they had 1 year overlapping in high school when they were both in there. So, but that's what I did, and it was like a full-time job. I went to school every day. I made copies. I made plans for competitions, for trips, for chaperones, for the concession stand. I did 50-50 raffle, ran up and down the bleachers every Friday night at football games and did that, and went to every competition, went to every trip, everything. Very involved with the band, very involved with the band. Before that, I was like room moms in middle and elementary school and would help in that way when they were littler, you know. So that's what I did. I volunteered my whole life. And then after my girls went off to college, that's when Samson, my Newfoundland, and I became a therapy team and started to go and do some work, mostly in my mom's nursing home where she was when she had Alzheimer's. Chris is a mechanical engineer by trade, and that is all I can say. Let's just say he had a great career. But that's all I can say. I'm not trying to hide anything. I just can't. I can't say. So there you go. But anyway, all right, that's it, you guys. So I guess I'll be back on Wednesday. I don't know what we'll do. We'll do something. I'm not sure what. To be honest, maybe clean out in the garage. Maybe I'll do that other video like I've been referring to. If you have any questions, please leave them. And I'll go into my final words here, and then stay tuned because I'll just walk you through and show you just what we've done down here in the basement on this side. All right. So let me just say, I hope that all is well with everyone. And for those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Thank y'all again so much for all of your encouraging words after my last video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys helped me so much. You lifted me up and you helped me, and I appreciate it. Stick around and I'll show you behind the, we'll take a walk on the wild side here in my basement. Oh my Lord. Be right back. Love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Bye-bye. I'll be right back, though. It's one of those days. Okie dokie. Here I am. Right next to me is Christmas. You can see living room secretary, silver tray, dining room lantern, and inside hutch, snowmen, and so on. We're not even going to look there today any further into that, but let me turn you this way. This is where I'm hoping my Easter bins and my Patriotic bins will fit when all is said and done. But here we go with everything we've done. These are very old lace tablecloths and doilies that were mine and my mom's and my grandmother's through the years. I have a couple of punch bowls, one my mother-in-law's and one my mom's. And you can see not all of this is my decor. As you can see, replacement ceiling fan. We've got a roaster. Chris does the turkey in that every year. Burgundy plaid linens. You can see that all of this stuff is not all. In fact, that whole entire shelf right there is not my decor. This is my decor here. As you can see, these are all my primitive plates. And here's my primitive ribbon, and I even brought that down here. And, we do have some red Solo cups. And these are all my burgundy candles. Y'all saw me clean those out and brought those back down. But other than that, I mean, this is a whole bin of bubble wrap that I save. So, you know, this is not all my decor. As we turn this way, this is my decor on this side. And look how easy this pulls out. It is like butter, you guys, just like butter. And there you go. And that is not full. Not many places there. I could make more wreaths if I want to, but I don't want to right now. But here's all of my fall. Most of this is fall. And all kinds of stuff. You know, as I said, pillows. I had a bunch of pillows. And, but here it all is. I am feeling much better about this basement and about my decor down here. I'm feeling very organized. I feel like a new woman, honestly, I do. This whole box is going to Goodwill. That's what I just filled up today to go to Goodwill underneath the table there. This, you know, my pumpkin. I made that up last year. This is just a stool underneath. And these are my Easter totes, or bins. This goes to Goodwill. These flowers are going to Goodwill. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Easter totes plus the ribbon. I might be able to pare that down some more. And then here's my Patriotic that I just went through. So there's my fall tree that stays put together. Yeah. And then Chris with these shelves made me these shelves, or he didn't make them, he put them up. So there's all kinds of stuff there that is Christmas, patriotic, kind of every day. We've got 2 blue vases of red, white, and blue for patriotic that go on the mantle, and then 2 for the burnt orange for fall. My blue pumpkins. That was a lantern topper. So I'm feeling much better. Much better about things. Very organized. And thank you, Darnita, for saying, Dr. Darnita, I think that's your name, Darnita, who says I'm not a hoarder. I'm absolutely not, you guys. Absolutely not. Anyway, alrighty. That'll do it, you guys. So I will see you later in the week, probably Wednesday, for something. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye. Love yous.